The secret to having your game go viral on Steam is having a large number of wishlists prior to launch, but actually getting those wishlists is much easier said than done. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 5 best ways to boost your wishlists on Steam to ensure your indie game is successful upon launch. What are wishlists? Think of them as someone who potentially wants to purchase your game. They're registering their interest in playing your game when it releases. This also means that when you do release, Steam will send them a notification about the launch, potentially leading to them purchasing your game. Equally, Steam uses wishlists as an indicator of how popular your game will be, so naturally, the higher the number, the more likely they are to recommend your game to new players. It's important to keep in mind that only around 19% of Steam wishlists convert to sales, so the more you have, the more chance you have of your game going viral. Strategy 1. Looks max your game. A major factor is making your game look as good as possible. This doesn't mean having to have complicated graphics and the best color schemes out there. You just need to be able to catch people's attention on social media long enough so that they follow your link to the store page and wishlist the game. Bright colors are your best bet, but abstract graphics that use 1 or 2 colors and simple shapes can also be eye-catching. A great example of this is the indie game Thomas Was Alone, which has to date sold over 1 million copies. Its graphics are super simple, but it's eye-catching as the viewer is not used to seeing such a simple game, therefore wants to learn more. On Steam, one of the most important assets is the capsule art of your game. It is displayed in a variety of sizes, but will most commonly be seen when players are browsing the store. If your capsule art looks the same as everyone else's, you simply won't intrigue people. You should avoid using a screenshot of your game, as this doesn't look all that professional. Instead, opt for an illustration, making sure to include the main character and the title. If you can't afford to hire a freelance artist, you could use an image generator and make necessary tweaks and changes to make it unique to your game. To edit them, you could use Photopea as it's free. Strategy 2. Grow your audience. The power of having an audience for your game cannot be underestimated. You simply can't launch a product today if you haven't managed to drum up interest either on Instagram or YouTube. These platforms are hands down the best way to get wishlists, as your community will likely want to help you out. Just a quick side note, if you're enjoying this video, please hit that subscribe button and leave a comment down below, as it really helps my content to be picked up by the algorithm. Keep in mind that YouTube now gives a boost to new creators, meaning your chances of being seen are much higher than they once were. Just take a look at my first video. I was honestly expecting 50, maybe 60 views, but I ended up getting nearly 10,000. Which really helped my channel. If you're already developing your game, why not record videos of it and publish devlogs? Even a few hundred views can translate into valuable feedback, which could lead to more wishlists. Strategy 3. Hook the viewer. I'm a firm believer that you can't market something properly if you haven't made the viewer ask, "What's next?" In terms of game development, this means making the audience so intrigued that they have no option but to play your game. This can be achieved through 2 ways, either your game trailer or through your Steam store description. From what I've gathered, most viewers look at the shorter description to first establish whether reading further is worth their time. So what you need to do is make sure that the description is engaging and tells exactly what happens in the game. Don't use ChatGPT for this, as you want it to be unique and professional. I'd suggest hiring out a copywriter to create a fantastic description on your behalf. Strategy 4. Don't delay, seize the day. This is something I wish I did with my first game. Don't underestimate the importance of having a coming soon page up and running on Steam as soon as you have a trailer or some screenshots of the game. This will give you more chance to rack up those wishlists before launch day. Equally, if one of your devlogs does go viral, you won't waste those views by not having a link that your audience can click on. Remember that it can take up to a month for all checks on Steam to be complete. So be sure to factor that in when deciding to get a Steam page set up. Strategy 5. Contact. This is one of the most known methods, but probably is the least important. While it's true that an article on a popular indie game blog could get some extra wishlists, actually getting one is extremely difficult. I've heard countless developers say that they were able to achieve greater results through social media. A trick I've learned about contacting journalists and influencers is to put the key in the email subject, but don't put too much faith in getting a response. So there you have it, the 5 best ways to boost your wishlists on Steam. Please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below if you want to see more content like this.